line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, they sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends.
It's week 16 of the 2024 season, and we'll see Jameis Winston, after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Broncos and the Jags, and it's all up next.
With a December snow blanket in much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Jaguars in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On second and 11 now. Winston. And this one too low.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On third down, Winston. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Finding room at midfield, down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. For Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, and the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Okay, ready?
Now ETN to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 16 carries, 74 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Willis. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Jaguars at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Willis finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic.
That's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Running right, a handoff to Stewart. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now Stewart on first down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go play action with Willis. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Back to 60. Mustang 19.
Third down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. To throw, Winston. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, Winston. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
That's taken in by Dulcich. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle. Jaguars 14. From the red zone now, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A little juke. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing, Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. That's Fulham Cassie who got in there and finished off the play.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Willis looking to throw on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Eighteen Rattler.
To throw, here's Willis. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Okay, break.
They'll run for it. It's Stewart. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Out route complete to Dulcich. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Play fake. Winston. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
79 Broncos.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Willis taking a deep shot here for Hardman. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Holding. Defense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Winston finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, Winston. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Trap 60, trap 60. Hurt. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Buffalo 18. Check it.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. He's going to go up top again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start in the NFC East. This one always a battle. New York taking on Washington, and it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Terry McLaurin up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome, and they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Seahawks in that ball game. DK Metcalf, a touchdown catch in that first half. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3. And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time,
The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
60 back here.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on. Hey,
they'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Come back team. Three.
On 1st down, Bulls. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now left side on the swing pass, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. In trouble, and he's taken down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Winston's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going a little. Start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Winston. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bowles. That is caught by Stewart. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive of 4 plays. And Portland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Fanicassi able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 10. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hunt will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go check.
Off play action. Bulls. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Bowles. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes it to Stewart.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Up the middle now with Stewart. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way. That hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. This is Hunt on the draw play. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So now the Jags down on the scoreboard. 2:11 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Ready?
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they
Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm falling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights, cam, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your